Well, ChronoSculpt is a time sculpting application. Time Sculpt. You can basically take brush tools directly in ChronoSculpt, which is a standalone, and you can create variations of things that you've already done complex animations, deformations. You've cached these objects and assets out, and you can repurpose them, create variations in seconds. You can quickly rescale your cache clips to make the animation play faster or slower just with the click of a button. All the major applications actually export to cache files because it really is the standard, but also it's the format to bake out simulations for soft bodies and rigid bodies. I don't like the cube coming off the edge.
Oh, you mean this one?
Yeah. ChronoSculpt allows you to load those dynamic simulations in from any package, make those adjustments really quickly, and resave out those cache files to use in any software, in any pipeline, and resolve your issues quickly. You don't have to go back to square one and recalculate, because as a director, I'm looking at this, I like everything the way it's working, and I don't want you to resimulate and change it all. I just want you to make the cube not fall off the side. Well, this is the way you do it in 2 seconds. So you're using a brush sculpting tool to paint where the simulation is going to occur, and you can change a dynamic simulation, the way that it comes across, the way that it looks instantly. And let's see how that changed our simulation.
Well, now that's what happens.
Go here and interactively paint the brush on some of these pieces that are laying on the ground, and watch this. If you hold the shift key to add, you can keep things. Now leave it at that. Now play the simulation back. There we go. So you've completely changed the look of that simulation without recalculating. Let's say you have this asset, and you now need to use it in another show where you just want an airplane to come and hit a certain section of the bridge. You don't have to resimulate and recalculate. We are using sculpting and brush tools to do this interactively in the moment in ChronoSculpt. You can reimagine this geometry. Now play your simulation and show. And the simulation is still working on that, so you can quickly make these changes. Now you can see the penetrations on our Ferrari here. It's not really working, so it's penetrating the object. So you can see how quickly Lino can make changes to this complex dynamic simulation. Within 5 minutes, you have a reimagined dynamic simulation as he's making the changes. There you go. What Lino's going to do now is he's going to load a facial animation and show you how, with simple morphs that he did, he's going to do variations on that facial performance in ChronoSculpt to give an added level of detail in a non-destructive way. You can click on the clip too, on the dot in the center, and move that anywhere in the timeline, reposition that morph. You can use this to sculpt your cache files, but he's loading an asset right now, a 12 million poly object that does not have a cache file on it. So if you don't have a cache file, you can do these sculpts on an object and create added animation, cache these changes out, create your variations on morph targets, and it's really a cool workflow. ChronoSculpt, essentially a sculpting application over time for cache files.